Looks like it's that time, bro. The noise is just becoming too loud right now. The noise surrounding Ruben Amorim's future, it's really, really becoming loud now. And as fans, we've already been through these situations before. We've already seen this situation before. We saw it with Eric Ten Hag. We saw it with Oli. We saw it pretty much with every previous manager post Sir Alex Ferguson. When the noise becomes this loud, you eventually accept that okay, it's inevitable, right? It's just a question of when, not if they'll fire Ruben Amorim. The noise is so loud right now, and yeah, looks like hey, it's that time for Man United to just. I think they are looking for managers, bro. I genuinely do believe they are looking for managers, contingency plans, because it's become extremely toxic. Man United are failing to win back-to-back games now, or losing against Brentford, a team that has lost most of their players. People saying Southgate, Xavi, ah, you're saying this is not the coach. I know for a lot of people this is hard, right? For a lot of people this is hard. Every 2 seasons we're back to this we're back to square one, right? Back to the same position where okay, we thought the manager would succeed, but then after 2 seasons we're back to square one. And it's never a nice process, bro. It's never a great process, but sometimes as fans, we just have to accept, bro. You're saying what's the Chris? What did Cristiano Ronaldo say? Hey, I don't know what Ronaldo has said, bro. I do not know what Ronaldo has said, but Fabrizio Romano has been talking as well, bro. Let's just hear what he's saying, and then we'll just talk about this whole situation, bro.
To posting as always to update you. I wanted to start today, guys, to discuss about Manchester United because we're getting many questions after one more defeat for Manchester United. A poor game against Bradford, another defeat for the Red Devils. Imagine 3 defeats in the first 6 games in the Premier League. Just 2 wins, 1 draw, and 3 defeats, 11 goals conceded. So it's not a Manchester United good start at all. The situation, as I always told you, around Ruben Amorim remains quite the same. Yes, with Manchester United showing support. Yes, with Manchester United trusting the manager, but at the same time, with Manchester United and especially the co-owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, intention to see developments, intention to follow the situation on daily basis.
So looks like Sir Jim, bro, he's been coming, right? He's been coming to the training ground. He's been coming to the games. So he's hands on right now. He's hands on, and we heard that situation where he flew to the training ground with a helicopter, and that's a massive statement, bro. He normally doesn't do that. Apparently, in his other club, his French club, the only times he used to go with a helicopter is before a manager got fired. So we're already seeing signs, bro. We are already seeing signs with Ruben Amorim. Probably by the next international break, they might pull the plug because we've seen this story before, man. We've seen it with Eric Ten Hag. Every time the noise becomes loud like this, it's game over, bro. It is game over. We know we've seen this story before, bro. We have seen this story before. Every time, okay, a lot of journalists start talking about, hey, this manager is linked, that manager is linked. We know what's coming next, bro.
Very present, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, in the recent weeks to see what's working and what's not working before the Chelsea game, after the Chelsea game. Despite winning the game, Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to understand the direction of the project and to be very present in it. So, for sure, the Manchester United situation remains one to follow because they can't continue like that. That's very clear. Ruben Amorim, again after the game against Brentford, was mentioning this system point. When asked by a journalist about the system, he was like, okay, when we win, it's never thanks to the system. When we lose, it's always because of the system. So Ruben Amorim was not so happy with this system point, but Ruben Amorim remains on his way. Ruben Amorim has no intention to change anything just because people is telling him to change. Maybe the fans, maybe the journalists, or whoever. So
So Of course, some people like that about Ruben Amorim. Oh, the guy doesn't change. The guy is sticking to his principles. But sometimes I think Einstein says, "Hey, doing the same thing and expecting a different result is the definition of madness, bro. That's the definition of madness. Doing the same thing and expecting a different result. You can see, okay, this isn't working. You gotta try something else. You don't really lose anything. That's what fans have been saying. That's what people have been saying. Okay, Ruben Amram, you're doing the same thing, but then expecting a different result. It doesn't really make sense, man.
This remains the mentality. And this will not change. This is what Ruben Amorim is telling people close to him. If he wants to change something, it's because he has a feeling that it's the right moment to change. Doesn't want to change just because of the media pressure or these kind of things. But on Manchester United, guys, we start to have several stories, several rumors on a potential new manager, on a potential replacement for Ruben Amorim, and several stories. Let me start talking about one name because many of you mentioned to me that possibility. And the name is Gareth Southgate. Many of you keep asking me if he can be an option. There are many rumors. Gareth Southgate, guys, has always been in the rumors. If you remember, even in the summer 2024, when Manchester United decided to confirm Erik Ten Hag, before they appointed Erik Ten Hag, they had some candidates. And among these candidates, there was Roberto De Zerbi, who's always been very much appreciated by people at Manchester United. De Zerbi is doing a fantastic job at Olympique Marseille, and he was one of the names in the shortlist before they decided to continue with Erik Ten Hag. And then another name was Gareth Southgate.
So Gareth Southgate is a massive one. You're saying was so bad, to the extent that his own set piece coach doesn't do his job well. I don't think anybody's doing their job well, whether it's the coaching staff, the people next to him. Bro, nobody's genuinely doing their job well. And I think as fans, we just have to accept the inevitable is coming, bro. The inevitable is coming. Ruben Amram, it might be time to just say goodbye to the man. Say goodbye to Ruben Amram because he will eventually get fired. And Gareth Southgate, bro, obviously I'm not really in favor of like Gareth Southgate joining Man United. I think that is a recipe for disaster, right? I genuinely do believe, yo, having a guy that mainly coached international football and club football, they're too different, bro. They are too different.
Why Gareth Southgate? Because he's in very good relationship with people close to Ineos and with influential, important people at Ineos, and because he's well known by those people. He has a very good relationship. He's appreciated by people at Ineos. And so this is why the link is always around for Manchester United, Ineos, and Gareth Southgate, thanks to this relationship.
It's saying, yeah, we're not good at anything, bro. We are not genuinely good at anything. Controlling the ball, nothing. I think as fans, bro, it's a disaster right now. It's a disaster under Ruben Amorim. I don't think it's been this bad where you're failing to win back-to-back games. You're getting smashed by everybody. Nobody respects the system. Nobody respects Manchester United. Everybody, bro, everybody's beating us right now. Yeah, bro, not not yeah, Ruben. I'm gonna agree with that, bro. Ruben might be better than Southgate, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. With Ruben Amram, he's looking extremely horrific right now because there is a stat saying he's probably the worst manager we've seen this century in the Premier League. So it's crazy, bro. It is crazy.
What I can tell you is that there are still no active conversations or no active talks for Gareth Southgate to become the new Manchester United manager. But if we have these stories, it's because of this very good personal connection with people at Ineos. Then, if you ask me if there is a conversation ongoing, negotiation ongoing, I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware of talks, I'm not aware of conversations. I'm sure that from what I'm told, if Manchester United decide to change at any point, Southgate could be one of the candidates, but there would be more. It's not just Southgate. There could be more managers eventually interested in Manchester United job and on Manchester United shortlist.
So, hey, Fabrizio is saying, hey, if we eventually fire Ruben Amram, Southgate is a realistic he's a realistic candidate. That is scary from the board. Okay, if you're viewing Southgate as a realistic candidate, it's a bit scary, bro. You're saying Xavi has to be the next manager. Amorim, please just go. I understand that. With Xavi, the positive with Xavi is that, yo, this guy, he's going to set a foundation, bro. Because I know some people will say, Xavi, he got fired at Barcelona, this and that. But Xavi actually built the foundation for Hansi Flick, bro. You're seeing Lamine Yamal because of Xavi. You're seeing players like Gavi because of Xavi. And under Xavi, the midfielders went to the next level. I won't even lie, bro. I watched La Liga under Xavi. Pedri became a different type of beast, right? The Pedri we're seeing now, he developed because of Xavi, bro. So I think Xavi set the foundation, and because Man United were in that phase where you have like a young team, young players, and you're buying like academy players as well, right? Look at the guys who are buying. Okay, Sekou Kone, we bought Diego Leon, all this, all that. I think bringing in somebody like Xavi to build the foundation wouldn't be so bad, bro, because I don't think right now as Man United, we're not in a phase where we're gonna challenge for the league. We just need a manager to build a foundation. We thought Ruben Amorim was gonna be that manager to build a foundation, to lay out the ground, and that's what Xavi did at Barcelona, bro. He built the foundation, bro. You're saying if United brings Southgate, we're repeating. Yeah, we're repeating the same cycle, bro. If Southgate comes in 2-3 years, even in 1 year, you gotta fire him again, bro. So even Glasner has been one on the list. Glasner is extremely good, but hey, will you get him from Crystal Palace? I think we're being linked to quality managers, but also poor managers like Southgate, like Pochettino. Pochettino in 2025, it doesn't really make sense. But bro, the next decision from Ineos, it'll show us whether these guys are serious, bro. It will show us whether these guys have a plan or not. Let's say, okay, the next manager, it'll say a lot. It will say a lot about where Man United are going, because you do need a manager that is a bit stable, bro. That brings stability, that brings progress, and that just they can improve everybody, bro. They can improve everybody. That's why I'm not against Xavi, bro, because Xavi, he's a manager. One, he's gonna improve the young players we have. Two, yes, he won't be the final phase. I think Xavi won't be the final phase manager where he's the guy you bring in to win the Champions League. I think use him the way Barcelona used him, bro. Use him the way Barcelona used him. We remember Barca before Xavi. Barca before Xavi, it was a mess. They were down bad. And then he came in, built a foundation, promoted guys like Lamine Yamal, sold a lot of guys that are on high wages, but also developed the midfield. The midfield is there because of Xavi, bro. He took Pedri to that next level. He took guys to that next level. But yeah, I know some fans want guys like Iraola, also Glasner. We're linked to some good people, bro. We're linked to some good people. My only fear with Iraola is that he might be like Graham Potter, right? Where, okay, yeah, if he makes the next step, he fails, bro. That's my only fear with like Graham Potter, right? Well, how does he deal with the pressure of Man United? Man United and Bournemouth, it's a different type of pressure, bro. I think with Glasner, I think he can cope with the pressure. We don't know, right? But I know for sure that Xavi's a manager that can cope with the pressure at Manchester United, because the media in Spain for Barcelona is like the media in the British media with Man United. So with Xavi, at least you know that, okay, he can cope being at a big club, bro. You can see this has really affected, and I think that's one of the factors that have affected our previous managers, bro. Some of our previous managers, it's just that, okay, managing at the big club, expectations are high. Time isn't given, bro. Time isn't given. And that's what Xavi understands, bro. Someone like Iraola, can he make that step? We have to wait and see, bro. We have to genuinely wait and see. Iraola, can he make that step? We don't know. We don't know, right? I can't come here and say, oh no, Iraola, if he comes to Man United, he won't really succeed, right? I can't say that. I can't say that, oh, he's not ready for a big club. I can't say that. I don't know. Maybe he is. You can never tell with these things, bro. You can never genuinely tell with these things. You're saying Amorim ignored the midfield. That's the main thing, bro. And that's his main downfall. Like, the way he's just managing everyone, right? Playing people in the wrong positions and just sticking to this system, being stubborn, things like this. It's really costing Ruben Amorim long term. And the next manager just needs to be somebody that's ready, bro, ready to just take us to that next level, bro. And I think we just need somebody that can stabilize us, not necessarily, oh, he needs to win the league first season. I don't think any fans are asking for that. We're just asking for somebody that can stabilize us, get the best out of our young players, get the best out of everybody, bro. Because let's see, man. Let's see. Obviously, people do want Xavi. Some people do want Iraola. Some people do want Glasner. But the final decision is up to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, bro. Let's see how much Sir Jim Ratcliffe knows about Man United. These guys should have had a plan, right? As fans, we can have discussions of, okay, this guy is better than this. Okay, this guy is this guy is that. But overall, the board, they need to already strategize, right? You already need a plan B. Okay, if Ruben Amorim fails, this is the guy we bring in. And it shows how disorganized Sir Jim is, bro. Because by now, you should have had like a plan B of your main guy. Well, the rumors we're hearing, even from Fabrizio, he's saying Southgate is realistic, bro. And if Southgate comes, we're in the same position in 1-2 seasons, bro. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. I think if this was I don't know. It's almost like Southgate. We've never genuinely seen him at the top level in club football, right? International football, club football, way different, bro. And with Southgate, bro, I think it's just a recipe for disaster right there. It's a recipe for disaster. But also Glasner. Glasner is a great manager, though. Glasner, he's a guy that will bring at least discipline, bro. You can see he's all about discipline. He's all about, okay, getting the job done. We can see how Crystal Palace are playing. We can see what he's actually achieved. Man City, he's actually beat them in the FA Cup final. He's done a lot of things, Glasner. So I think we're linked to some good managers, we're linked to some bad managers, but overall, bro, we just need to do what we need to do. And yeah, let me just play this again. Let me just play this again of Fabrizio Romano with the Xavi, bro. I know a lot of people, they want to see Xavi at United. Some people are not there.
That Xavi is studying Premier League. Xavi is monitoring Premier League, and Xavi would go immediately to Man United, even without European football. He would go immediately to Premier League. So he would love a Premier League opportunity, but at the moment, again, nothing at all. And let's see what's gonna happen with it.
So hey, Xavi, bro, he's open. He's open to Man United. I don't know if you pull the trigger now with Ruben Amorim. I would pull like the trigger right now, right? The best thing to do is just admit that, okay, it hasn't worked out. Ruben Amorim, we wanted the man to succeed, but it hasn't worked out. I think the best thing Sir Jim Ratcliffe can do is, okay, pull the trigger, bring in some. I know some people want, oh, Michael Carrick or Ruud van Nistelrooy as interim, but the season is still young, bro. The season is still young. If you get a new manager, who knows? He can still get top 6. I don't think we're that far off top 6, top 4 or anything like that, bro. The season is still young. You can still save the season. The thing is, don't wait until November to fire Ruben Amorim. You wait until November and then the season is over, bro. The season is over. So you gotta make the decision now. You're saying Southgate. Bro, you gotta make the decision now, bro. Yeah, bro. I think Ruben has to go now because if we wait for too long, the season will keep falling away from us. Right? Top 6 will go out, top 8 will go out, we'll be stuck bottom half of the table, bro. So I think right now you can still save the season. If Sir Jim Ratcliffe was serious, The man does it right now. The man pulls the trigger right now. Tomorrow, you have a new manager announced. Here we go with Xavi Alonso. Or here we go, Iraola. If the man was really serious, bro. Because I know top owners, guys like Bramovich from Chelsea, the old Chelsea owner, he genuinely does that, bro. He wouldn't have given Ruben Amorim this much time. Top owners, if Ruben was at Real Madrid, if Ruben was at Barca, if Ruben was even at Chelsea, they fire him right now, bro. So you gotta just pull the trigger right now. And it's sad, bro. It's obviously sad to see the man lose his job, right? Every stage of this process, I don't think anyone likes this process, bro. I don't think no Man United fan likes this process where we're here about to fire a manager. I think we would rather be talking about, yo, our manager is about to win the Champions League, right? I don't think no Man United fan is happy that we're at this stage. But sometimes you just have to do the hard things, man. The hard things. It's not nice to see the man lose his job, but sometimes the hard decisions have to be made, bro, for progress and to move forward, right? To move forward for progress and just to elevate as a club, bro. The hard decisions have to be made. It's never nice, bro. It's never amazing to see the man lose his job, bro. Obviously, the previous managers when we fired them, I wasn't, oh yes, I'm happy that this guy is fired. I was just relieved. Okay, yeah, let's see what we can do next. Let's see how we can do next. And I don't think there's any Man United fan that hates Ruben Amorim. Nobody hates him, right? Nobody hates the man. It's just we want the best for Man United. We just want a better situation, bro. We just want a better situation. I don't think any Man United fan hates this man. Nobody hates him so that he gets fired. Nobody hates him, bro. We just want progress. We just want a better situation. You're saying the process is nonsense, no good football, nothing. Yeah, Ruben Amorim, he needs to go. He genuinely needs to go. He genuinely needs to go because the way the season has started, failing to get back-to-back wins, the record speaks for itself, man. The record speaks for itself. It's not like I hate Ruben Amorim. I'm just seeing the situation right now. Okay, 20 something percent win rate. You have a lower win rate than Graham Potter, lower win rate than even guys like Lampard, bro. Rival fans, we were laughing at Frank Lampard. We were laughing at Lampard. But now we have a guy worse than Lampard, right? We were genuinely laughing at Lampard. Oh, look at Chelsea. They have Frank Lampard. But now we have somebody worse than Lampard, a man worse based on stats than Lampard. You're saying you keep hearing they don't want to sack him. Yeah, even Fabrizio Romano said that. Okay, they don't want to sack him. They want to stick with him. But I think sticking with him, you're throwing away the season, bro. You are throwing away the season. They have to just give him that 12 million, sack him, and move on. Because right now, you're wasting the season. You are genuinely wasting the season. The season is still young. You can genuinely do something, get top four, get top six. They are wasting too much time. They are wasting too much time by backing Ruben Amorim because as fans, we've already accepted. Okay, it hasn't worked out. Let's see what a new manager can do. Let's see because it wasn't this bad. I don't think any manager has reached these types of lows, bro. You may like or dislike Oli, but Oli never reached these lows, bro. You may like or dislike even Ten Hag, but Ten Hag never reached these lows, right? Where you're failing to win back-to-back games, 20-something percent win rate. He's based on stats, he's the worst manager we've ever had, bro. Worst manager we've ever had based on stats. The stats are there over a year, no back-to-back wins. You're averaging like 1 win a month. That's be bottom half of the table, bro. Bottom half of the table results, bottom half of the table performances. It's been horrible, right? It's been horrible from beginning to till now. So I think Sir Jim Ratcliffe is wasting too much time, bro. He is wasting too much time. He should have pulled the plug a long time ago. I think right now, just call somebody. I know They want to get like the decision right. They want to get the decision right for the next manager. But if these guys are genuinely serious, they have a plan A, plan B, and plan C. That's how big clubs move, bro. Okay, if plan A doesn't work, we're going to plan B, because that's how clubs like Real Madrid work, bro. Because I'm definitely sure. Okay, if Xavi Alonso at Real Madrid doesn't work, they have a plan B, bro. They have a plan B. They're gonna fire him and bring in plan B immediately, same week. So why can't Man United move like that, bro? We don't really move like a big club, bro. We take our time with everything, even signing players. It's all over the place. You know that you need a midfielder. You're not getting a midfielder. So we move like a small team, bro. We move like a mid-table team. Even transfer window is the same thing. Firing managers is the same thing. Hiring managers is the same thing. And we saw this last year when we were looking for a new manager, right? Apparently Thomas Tuchel rejected this job, right? Because he saw how disorganized these guys are, bro. I won't be shocked if that's the reason Tuchel and also somebody like Inzaghi rejected these guys, bro. They rejected Ineos because they can see how disorganized these guys are, bro. They don't have a plan B. You can see that, okay, yeah, these guys, they're time wasters, bro. They are time wasters. By now, you should have sacked this man. By now, you should have let go of Ruben Amorim and look for somebody better, because it's a word rock bottom right now, bro. We are rock bottom right now, but yeah, let's hope we find a solution for this whole situation. I just hope that, okay, well, we get into a situation where we're back to where we need to be, bro. We're back to where we need to be. We're challenging. I think every fan wants that, bro. Every fan wants that. It's been the same situation week in, week out. I don't think any fan can go into a game saying, okay, I'm confident we're going to get the 3 points, or I'm confident we're going to score at least minimum 2 goals without a red card. No fan can go into a game saying, I'm confident anymore, bro. We've reached rock bottom. It's toxic. Bro, the players, they're not really playing well. Nobody's performing. It's become rock bottom, bro. This is rock bottom. Rock bottom. And I was seeing a stat saying Ruben Amorim hasn't won an away game since Leicester City, bro. Leicester City, a team that got relegated. That's the last time we won an away game. Imagine that, bro. Imagine that stat. Leicester City, that's the last time we won an away game. This whole season, it's been a mess, bro. It's been a mess. And if Chelsea didn't get that red card, we're lower down the table. We are in the bottom three if Chelsea didn't get a red card. Genuinely, we are 17th, 18th right now. Right? 17th, 18th right now if Chelsea didn't get a red card. Thank the Lord Sanchez did what he did. But right now, yeah, bro, watching games it's not making anybody happy anymore, bro. It's not making anybody happy anymore, bro. At least even under Eric Ten Hag, you still had those moments where you're smiling. Oh, FA Cup final, we've won it. Let's go. But this Ruben Amorim era, the Ineos era, it has been a disaster, man. I won't even lie. It has been a disaster because we are struggling every single time, right? There's no moment where you're saying, wow, yes, I can smile after the game, right? During this era, at least the Ten Hag era, you had the Carabao Cup, you had the FA Cup to smile about. You had something, bro. Even the Jose Mourinho era, you had something, bro. Ollie's era, when we beat PSG, you had something to smile about. But this era, it's week in, week out, getting destroyed, bottom half of the table, negative goal difference. It's been horrendous, bro. It has been horrendous. At least the Ten Hag era, bro. You were smiling, FA Cup final. Let's go, let's go. But right now, it's below average, bro. It is genuinely below average. And it's not like, hey, anyone hates Ruben Amorim. We just want to see a better situation, bro. We just want to see the team performing. We just want to see at least Man United competing, right? I think every fan wants a situation where we're back to competing. We're back to doing something as a team. You can't tell me with the defense we have, we're conceding like what, 3 goals against Brentford? Bro, look at, we have negative goal difference with a good defense. I can't even lie. Our defense is really good. Delit, top level defender. Lenny Euro, top level defender. How are we on negative goal difference with these type of defenders, bro? We bought a new goalkeeper. The manager doesn't want to play him. It doesn't really make sense, bro. It genuinely doesn't really make sense right now, right? You have, I won't even lie. I know the midfield is horrendous, but why do we have negative goal difference when our defense is, it's pretty, it's, I would say our defense is better than Newcastle, bro. Our defense is better than even Bournemouth. I would genuinely say, yo, our defense is better than Bournemouth. Our defense is better than Brighton. Our defense is better than some of these teams with a higher goal difference. We're conceding more goals than these guys, bro. It's the system, man. It's the system. Nobody's thriving. We're failing to keep clean sheets, regardless of the goalkeeper you use. It's the system, bro. It's the system. Yeah, bro. Amorim can't take us anywhere, bro. Amorim can't take us anywhere. Nobody's happy, nobody's smiling in this era. It's been horrendous. It's been toxic, and we just need a response from Ineos. If these guys were serious, they would have fired him by now, right? They would have fired him by now because we have a good level defense. I think our attack is good level enough as well, right? Our attack is, it's okay level. I wouldn't say our attack is world class, but it's good enough to get some goals, bro. It's good enough to get some goals, right? Sesko is good enough to get goals. Mbuemo is good enough to get goals. It's just the midfield we need to pattern up. But even with the midfield we have, we shouldn't be conceding this. The goals we're conceding, bro. We're conceding so many goals, right? With a good defense. Our defense is better than Bournemouth. Our defense is better than Brighton. And these guys are conceding less goals, man. So something needs to change. So Jim Ratcliffe, you need to be serious a bit more, bro. Yeah, that's another point, bro. This system, we can't really create any meaningful chances. Everybody's starving. Everybody's starving. It's no coincidence. Look at the overall situation, right? Eric Ten Hag had our worst team, but he created more chances. He scored more goals with worse players, bro. He had Garnacho, all these guys, right? With worse players. And now we have who? Brian Mbuemo, Cunha, Sesko. You're scoring less goals. You're conceding more goals. It's worse right now. It's worse right now. A year later, after we fired Ten Hag, it's worse right now with better players. It doesn't make sense, bro. We have a better attack now. Ten Hag, in his first season, he didn't have somebody like Dillit, bro. He didn't have this type of defense. Even Jose Mourinho would have destroyed anyone to have a defense like we have right now, bro. Our previous managers, all he have a team like this, a defense like this, bro, an attack like this. All he never had this, but we're conceding more goals. We're finishing bottom half of the table. Come on, man. It's the system, it's the manager. You need to let go. We need to move on and progress as a team, bro. It's all about progress right now. Whether it's Xavi, whether it's Iraola, whether it's Glasner, I think they need to make a decision right now, bro. I think the decision needs to come now. Bring in a new manager, stop wasting time because the system is destroying us, bro. The system is destroying us. Yeah, I agree with you. We just need to switch even the formation as well, bro. This formation Ruben Amorim is playing, it's not, nobody's thriving, bro. Nobody's thriving. Everybody's getting exposed. You're playing a high line with Harry Maguire. Second half, you're bringing in attacking midfield and putting him at right back. It doesn't really make sense, bro. Right? Everything we're doing doesn't make sense. I know he was trying to win the game, but bringing on Mason Mount and then putting him as a right wing back, it doesn't really make sense. Nothing we're doing is making sense, bro. Nothing we're doing is making sense. I saw a point in the game where your main signing, one of your top guys, is playing left wing back. Cunha. Cunha was dropping into that left wing back role. Why? Why, bro? Play some of these guys in their right positions, bro. You're playing a high line, but then Harry Maguire is there. It doesn't make sense. We're not progressing. We're not eating, and it's hard, bro. It's hard that we're in this situation again, looking for a new manager. But sometimes you have to make the hard decisions to progress, man. The hard decisions to just go to the next level. Let's hope Ineos can make that right decision right now, because it's extremely toxic right now, bro. We're not winning games. If we do win, it's after a month. Bro, it's extremely toxic. We're winning one game a month. Just think about that, bro. Just think about that, because Sunderland, are we gonna win? Probably not. Right? Probably not. Liverpool, are we gonna win? Probably not. Maybe our next win will be next month, bro. That's the new United. That's the Ruben Amorim era. We have to wait 1 month for a win. The next few games it'll be a loss, draw, loss, draw, loss, draw, and then after a month, then you finally win, bro. We're at bottom half of the table team. It's a bottom half of the table team. You're saying Bruno is the worst player we have. Ah, bro, I can't even blame any of the players, because even Bruno, you're playing him in the wrong position, bro. We heard what Bruno had to say. He's not really comfortable in this double pivot thing, bro. You're exposing him. You're exposing him. At least Bruno Fernandes, I always say, play him how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was playing him, right? Closer to goal in the final third. It makes more sense. It genuinely makes more sense. But whoever they bring in, they need to make the decision fast, bro, because right now it's toxic. Right now, nothing is really going right, and right now, Ruben Amorim is failing, bro. He's struggling. He is struggling, bro. But just wanted to give a quick update. Apparently, Xavi is ready for the job, man. Xavi is ready to jump in. Ruben Amorim has disappointed. But let's see, bro. I would also take somebody like Zidane, right? My viewpoint is build a team, bring in a manager that can build a foundation. Maybe somebody like Xavi, if Iriola is the guy, and then the next step after that, if you build like a world class team, you bring in maybe a Zidane or a world class manager, bro. A world class manager that can take you to the next level. Just do what Barcelona did, bro. Okay, they brought in Xavi. Xavi built the foundation, and then after Xavi, they bring in a world class manager like Hansi Flick, so that they can be challenging for Champions League. I think that should be our game plan, bro. That should be our game plan, because okay, bring in Xavi. Xavi will promote the youth. Xavi will develop our academy players. He'll build a foundation, build a better team, and then the next manager he finds somebody like a Lamine Yamal. We have an insane academy, bro. We have an insane academy. I think Xavi can work with some of our academy players. Look at what he did at Barca. All the Barca academy stars that are winning these Ballon d'Or awards, they're all because of Xavi, bro. Gavi, that's because of Xavi. Lamine Yamal, that's because of Xavi. Bro, he's promoted so many young academy players from defense, attack, midfield, even the players that he found. He took Pedri to the next level. I think Frankie de Jong, up and down, but he developed de Jong a bit more, right? He developed de Jong a bit more, but Xavi did his thing at Barca. He built the foundation. He won La Liga. Unfortunately, it became toxic for him. That's the problem with Xavi, bro. That's the problem with Xavi. Xavi, he's gonna become toxic, where he's fighting with the referee. He's doing we saw that those final moments of Xavi at Barcelona. He's fighting with the referees. He's becoming toxic, bro. He's gonna be fighting with everybody, board members, this and that. But yeah, but before that happens, the guy will build like a foundation. I think that's why Barca even fired Xavi, bro. The man he became toxic, bro. He became toxic. The last minute of the game, he's fighting with the referee. After the game, he's fighting with board members, people in the director's office. Bro, he became toxic, Xavi. It's not a question of his ability as a coach. It's just a question of, because even the players, they rated Xavi, bro. A lot of those Barcelona players, they did rate Xavi. You're saying Manchester United's yeah, Monday manager. We just hope this is the week they genuinely get a manager, bro. We can't keep going in like this where it's another situation. You still don't know what's gonna happen with the manager. You still don't know what's going on, bro. We need something. Something needs to something needs to happen right now, bro. Something needs to happen. But yeah, just small update. I think Xavi, he's a good candidate. I think Iraola. My only problem is he ready for a big club? That's my only problem. I think Glasner is another great option. Southgate, I don't want Southgate, bro. I do not want Southgate. I do not want Pochettino. But yeah, I think we have some good candidates though. We have some great candidates. It's just about Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, pull the plug early, right? Or pull the plug early. End our suffering right now, please, because we are suffering as fans. End the suffering. But yeah, thanks to everybody that joined this live stream. Just came here to talk about what Fabrizio was saying and everything, all the noise around the manager, bro, all the noise